Whole area, if you've got cans of spray here, that's one of the most controversial areas of all, isn't it? And are manufacturers responding?
Very much so. I mean, you'll see here we've got 3 different types. The issue is that a lot of aerosols contain a chemical, CFCs, which are destroying the ozone layer. And in fact, after a concerted campaign by environmentalists, consumers really are responding to that, and manufacturers in kind. So you can see that from here we have one that is labelled CFC, what does it say? Does not contain CFCs, so it is ozone-friendly. We've got other ones that are roll-ons, pump-action sprays, and there are quite a lot of quite realistic alternatives to use.
How important are aerosols in destroying the atmosphere or the ozone layer?
Aerosols themselves have, up to now, been a lot of them contain this chemical CFCs, which is mainly contributing to the destruction of the ozone layer. But the CFC chemical also contributes to the greenhouse effect. So that in itself is a great problem, but that chemical is not only in aerosols, it's in a lot of other products you might buy as well.
Why are we using aerosols? Why are we using aerosols?
There's plenty of choice available at the moment. I think it's already been said that the manufacturers have announced that they are coming out of CFCs by the end of the year. The retailers have followed suit. I mean, we've got products like this, labelled ozone-friendly.
Let me hold them up. Am I advertising here?
I hope
Touch
not.
of silk, that's appropriate.
That's a good one. There's also things like this, which is a pump-action spray, and if I can just do it, it works fine. That's a total alternative to aerosols.
And that was it more expensive?
It's cheaper.
Well, why aren't we using them?
Because they are currently not in every brand of every type of product. They are being introduced.
But hang on,
but it's only customer demand that will get that. There is a choice available now.
Why does it have to be customer? Hang on. Why does it have to be customer demand? You're here from Boots. You're telling me that you can stop all the terrible things that are happening to the ozone layer and to the greenhouse effects and all the rest of it by producing things like this, which are cheaper than what. Why don't you have some kind of social responsibility and do it?
It's a question. Social responsibility is certainly there. Our job, though, is to provide the services that the customers want. It's not to act as arbitrary banners of anything.
Ozone-friendly aerosols. I've actually found about 10 or even 20 different types of labels on products to indicate the same issue, and yet an aerosol isn't an environment-friendly product anyway. So those sort of issues are the sort of ones that we're trying to highlight.
A little squirt is better than a pressurised can?
It's better to have a pump-action or trigger spray, yes.
But labels on the shelves can be confusing. Most aerosols no longer contain CFCs, which damage the ozone layer. But aerosols are still bad for the environment, adding to the greenhouse effect. Manual pump-action sprays are better.
Buying pump-action aerosols, now they're available, and I find they're much more economical. They cost slightly more, but they seem to be more economical than the aerosols that I was buying originally. And I think if people were told this, they would purchase them more often.
Your broad response to that, Gillian?
Well, I think that it's quite encouraging that she should say that the pump-action sprays are more economical, because I think that's the point I've been trying to put across. It's that not all environmentally friendly products need to be more expensive.
I mean, I know I should be buying aerosols that don't have CFCs in them, but how can you tell?
You can see this one here says ozone-friendly. It also says CFC-free. Some of the other ones only say CFC-free. Is a pump-action spray. And those, of course, are ozone-friendly because they don't contain the chemical.
The chemical is the propellant, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. It's what's used to get the product out of the nozzle.
No messing about has meant the removal of those ozone busters, chlorofluorocarbons, no longer in the store's own brand of aerosols and gradually being removed elsewhere.
And they are responding already, as you've shown there. McDonalds have even responded in the manufacture of their cartons for their hamburgers,
yes,
haven't they?
It's not only aerosols that contain this chemical CFCs, it's also in quite a number of other things. Packaging for egg boxes and for hamburger cartons, but also for egg boxes. I can see here that this one's a cardboard egg box, and it's significantly better because the alternatives are either plastic, which is contributing to the enormous sort of waste stream that we already have, pollution, energy and that sort of thing, whereas this is recycled cardboard paper, and that makes a difference.
So your average housewife is a very powerful political individual, really, isn't she?
Yes, I mean, she really is voting every day with her purse.